Oh hi, it's Opai. Welcome back to Let's Play Katawa Shoujo. We're continuing on with the Emmy bad ending route, and it looks like we forgot our take our medicine. Based on the nurse. You've been forgetting to take your medicine, have you? Nah, I'm chatting a little moo. You should take it easy for a few days. The nurse's words hurt me far more than the exhaustion of the morning run ever could. Take it easy for a few days. I knew I should have kept quiet. I kept my eyes on the floor, feeling like a complete idiot. Of course, I haven't been remembering to take my medicine. I've been rushing out of my room to get to the track before Emmy. After the track meet a few days ago, I felt inspired. So I've been running warm-up laps in the morning before Emmy shows up. But then today, while she and I were running, I felt a little pain in my chest. Oh, you overdid it again, did you, sir? It was only slight, and it was only for a second, so I mentioned it to the nurse. Honestly, it wasn't that bad. I mean, I kept running and finished just fine, so I really couldn't have been that bad. Why do I feel like I'm making excuses to the nurse? Moreover, why do I feel the need to justify continuing to run despite the pain? Really, it comes down to my being unwilling to concern Emmy, who seemed concerned anyway. I'm not sure how she was able to tell there was anything wrong, but she claims I stumbled a little. She was the one who insisted I tell the nurse, so now I feel bad for worrying her at all. The nurse is shaking his head ruefully while Emmy paces outside the room. Hisao, I know it's difficult for you to into a new routine, but if you don't want to find yourself in a lot of trouble, you're going to have to try harder. You can't afford you can't afford to forget your pills and you can't push yourself too hard. But if I don't push myself, how would I improve? I don't know where that came from. The nurse seems to have an idea. Now, where have I heard that before? He laughs and pats me on the shoulder. Ha! She's rubbing off on you, I guess. Not yet. Not yet. Quote unquote. That's for later. His expression changes again, and he's back in serious mode. Look, I'm not saying that you should push yourself, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be taking your medication, and it doesn't mean you shouldn't stop if your chest hurts to bother you. I prefer not to have any fatalities while I'm on staff here. A bit of a lofty goal, to be sure, but I'm always up for a challenge. I hate to admit it, but I think he's right. I got to remember to take my medication. You're right. I'm sorry to worry you. Who's worried? You're the smart kid, right? I know you can be responsible, Hisao. A situation like yours, you've got to learn to be responsible fast. I know. His expression suddenly becomes devious. I suppose you've started to enjoy your runs with Emmy then, huh? Yeah, they've really been helping me. I mean, until today I was feeling a lot more healthy. Plus, it's really impressive to see Emmy run. Did you see her at the track meet? She was incredible. The nurse nods, grinning all the while. That she was, Hisao. I watched her first couple of races before I had some business to take care of, but she told me all about it. Kind of you to loan her your jacket, by the way. Huh? Oh, yeah. That it wasn't a big deal. I had honestly forgotten all about that. I still haven't gotten back. The nurse gets a smile that makes me feel like he's just made a joke. Not to you, but Emmy certainly appreciated it, and I know she appreciates your running with her in the mornings. This one catches me off guard a little. Sure, she mentioned that it's easier to keep it to a schedule with an extra person, but I didn't think I was doing her a favor at all. I thought she was doing me the favor for helping me follow the doctor's orders. She tries harder than when you're around. If there's someone else running with her, she's going to push herself more. And she tries even harder when you're around because, well, it's you. What the heck does that mean? Oh, you would love to know, would you? He laughs in the style of evil megalomaniacs. No, seriously, it's because you're her friend. If Rin ran with her, I'm sure she'd do the same. Well, probably. But that's not the point. The point is that you're helping her, even if you don't know you are. And she's grateful for that, even if she never says it. What do you mean even if she never says it? Emmy doesn't talk a lot, but she and I have known each other long enough that I can read her most of the time. I'll admit it. I have no idea what he's talking about. Always seems pretty talkative to me. Hmm. I see. I see. The nurse suddenly realizes that it's been rambling and stops talking, looking a little embarrassed. Anyway, you don't have to stop your morning exercise. Just walk the track instead of running for a few days. Let things calm down. And take your damn medicine. Oh! I laugh as I exit the office, bumping straight to Emmy. Oh, hi there. Oops, sorry about that. Uh, are you okay? What did the nurse say? Do you need to go to the hospital? Oh my gosh, it was my fault, wasn't it? I've been pushing you too hard, haven't I? Oh, I'm a horrible person. The words pour forth like a torrent. She's really agitated. Damn. She's just like firing all cylinders. I didn't expect her to be this concerned about me, to be honest. Kinda calm her down, but how the hell do I do that? I can do the only thing I could think of. Hug her? I gave her a hug. Yeah. Alright. Great minds think alike. Situations like this, you should hug, embrace. Excuse me. I gave her a hug. Emmy tenses up slightly, so I pat her in the head in what I hope is a reassuring manner. Hey, settle down. I'm fine, okay? No worries. I can feel Emmy's body relax as I continue to assure her I'm fine. Her arms wrap around me, as if she's trying to confirm that I'm not about to fall over dead. I catch a whiff of her hair. It smells like sweat, or how the adrenaline should smell. It's a scent of activity. And a hint of strawberries from her shampoo, I suspect. I mean, I just need to remember to take my medicine, that's all. Don't worry about it, it's not your fault. You sure? Her voice is muffled, mostly because I'm at the moment her face is pressed to my chest. Yeah, I'm sure. I just need to take it a little easy for the next few days. It suddenly occurs to me how close the two of us are. It also occurs to me how nice being this close feels. I'm sure downstairs is really appreciative as well. I can feel Emmy's heartbeat calming down and I have to resist the urge to rest my chin on top of her head. Dude, I would just go for it right there. Thank goodness. You really had me worried there, Hisao. Emmy, are you gonna come in here anytime soon? Oh, I'm sorry. Was I interrupted? Yeah, you did. Unfortunately, man. Damn it. Now this somber moment is ruined thanks to you. The two of us spring apart as if the other just caught on fire. Emmy brushes her hair back nervously and laughs. Course not. See you later, okay? Oh, and Hisao? Hmm? Take your damn medicine! The last phrase is punctuated by the punch to the shoulder. Yeah, I'll remember. Wait, was she listening to us? She probably heard that while I was getting leaving. See you later. The nurse smiles again, and it's like he's on some joke I don't know about, and waves to me as I head for my room, feeling the burning in my cheeks. I need a shower, a cold one. If the thoughts running through my head now are any indication. She was really soft. Yeah, you need to cool down, so wash your face or your whole body, man. My pills are waiting for me when I make it to my room. I swallow them without a second thought. I don't know why I didn't think of waiting until after the runs to take them. For some reason, I figured it was a when I woke up or not at all. But no, they only needed to be taken every 24 hours. The exact time of day doesn't factor to it. My thoughts drift back to the hug in the hallway. It's weird. What the fuck? It's weird. You expect someone to smell foul after a run, but for some reason, Emmy smelled right. The tinge of sweat seemed to fit her. he's he's into the sweat, man. He's turned on to that. I really need that shower. Yeah, you really do need to wash your face, man. All right, drink break and a good cup of coffee. I like to record this shit in the morning. Strange. It feels so natural for me to go up to the roof these days. I would never would have had done such a thing in my old school. In those days, I like to eat alone. No, that's not quite true. Though I like to sit alone, I also like to watch people. I always figured that was the sort of person I was, but it appears I was wrong. Then again, I also thought I was the sort of person who had a normal heart, so there you have it. I don't know myself that well. We have something in common. I mean, in my school days, I like to sit alone. I mostly sat alone. And just ate my lunch and that's it. I move on with my day. Sad but true. Fact. Now I'm on the roof so I can have a lunch with a couple people. They're both girls, which is even strange. There's no strange to have lunch with girls, man. No, there isn't. Oddly enough, I feel closer to Emmy and Rin than I felt to anyone at my old school. Somehow I get the feeling that they at least visit me if I wound up in the school. I focus on the view from the roof, banishing such thoughts from my head. There's a light breeze blowing, and the sun is shining high in the sky. The sky itself it's a deep blue, which, with hardly a cloud in it, it's gotten pleasantly warm. As I sit down and wait for my friends, I close my eyes and enjoy the feeling of the sun seeping into my skin. Voices intrude upon the edge of hearing. He seems to have fallen asleep on us, Ren. Maybe he's faking, to lull us into a false sense of security. Why would he do that? No idea. Still, you make a good point. We should kick him or something to make sure he's really asleep. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't. Yeah, the metal legs, no, don't do it. Huh, what? Yeah, open your eyes, quickly. Emmy looms over to me like only a short girl can, peering at me intently. Tee. Oh, you're awake. I guess we don't have to kick you then. Was that part of your master plan? What are you talking about? Emmy shrugs, her twin tails bouncing with emotion. I'm not sure either. You must be pretty tired to fall asleep out here. Although it's pretty comfortable, I suppose. She plops down next to me and begins to eat. Rin sits opposite from the two of us, a move which only makes me more aware of the girl sitting next to me. If I didn't know any better, I swear Rin did it on purpose. I concentrate on my food, trying to tune out to the majority of the conversation that Rin and I are having. Despite my best efforts, however, I still find myself glancing over at Emmy whenever she speaks. I notice how she purses her lips when she's thinking about something, squinting slightly as if that would improve her thinking ability. Ren said something that makes Emmy laugh, and I notice, perhaps for the first time, how she laughs with her whole body, rocking back and forth, head thrown back, almost like she's about to fall over. I probably look like a creep. It's about time that I realize Emmy's looking at me, her voice raised slightly, so she's probably asked me a question. Huh? Sorry, I kinda zoned out for a moment there. Emmy rolls her eyes with a slight cleric of the eyebrow, is the only sign that Ren's even paying attention. I said, did you get a career survey in your class too? You know, one of those, what do you want to do after school things? I don't think so. Maybe we'll get one tomorrow. What are you going to put down? That's a really good question. I guess I always figured I'd go to college after high school, but I have no idea what I'd do once I got here. I got th- and with the heart attack and all, I've really been concentrating on each day as it came rather than making long-term plans. I can safely start planning ahead again. I always liked having at least a vague plan for my future, so it'd be nice to come up with one again. Of course, that doesn't change the fact that now that I've got absolutely no clue. I've always kind of assumed I'd figured it out in college. That or just become a salaryman. That's pretty popular. But do I really want to? That's the tough question. Guess I don't really want to do anything. You don't sound very excited about that one, do you? She laughs as she says this, and I'm caught up in her laugh again. It's so girlish, high and giggly, like a well, pardon the cliche, like a brook. Babbling brook. I can't even say that. It bubbles out of her, staring at her belly and working its way up to her throat. I can't help but laugh myself. It's infectious. Yeah, I guess I am pretty unhappy with the Cellarman idea. But to be honest, I haven't given much thought to the future recently. I suppose that these days I've been more concerned with living one day at a time. Let me consider this for a moment and grins. That's a pretty good idea, Hisao. I just wrote down pi- pirate. She wants to be a pirate. Well, I can kind of see her as a pirate. Yar har fiddly dee, do what you want, cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Yar. Like that song. I'm momentarily stunned, and I started laughing. I saw myself and managed to gasp out a question. You're not actually serious, are you? Emmy looks more mock offended. Well, I've got the legs for it already, so I kind of. Oh, you son of a bitch! I forgot. You got peg legs. No, she got both legs. Even Rin seems amused by this. This is the first time I seen her in that face. Look at her. That's something. Just you wait. I'll be the terror of the high seas. I'll show you all. I even been working on my pirate voice. She suddenly springs up and begins swaggering up and down the rooftop, shouting, "Yarn me, Hardees! Give me them a broadside with the long guns! We wear the guts for garters!" Do you even know what that means? Rin's unexpected interruption stops Emmy in her tracks. Not really, but it's all in the delivery. The ring of the bells prevents her from demonstrating her point further. Emmy dashes off immediately, leaving Rin and myself alone on the roof. Rin stares at me intently for a few moments. Is there something wrong? Rin considers this question closely for a moment. After a lengthy pause, she shakes her head. Nope. Oh, why the staring then? Rin shakes her head again. Nope. I don't get it. Get what? The staring thing. You two seem to. But I don't. Great. She saw me staring now. She probably thinks I'm a pervert or something. Actually, probably not. This is Rin we're talking about, after all. Still, I still feel the need to defend myself. I wasn't staring. I was just tired. Rin actually snorts at this, but she doesn't say anything. No, really. I wasn't just distracted is all. Hmm. Egg, eager to end this conversation, I head back down to class. Yeah, I'm done. I'm out. I'm greeted by the twin specters of Shizune and Misha, looking like they mean business. Well, Shizune looks like she means business anyway. And Misha just looks like she's about to start laughing again. Wah-ha-ha-ha-ha! Up on the roof again, He-chan. You know that's dangerous, don't you? Um, oh, I haven't heard this music track in a long time. That's right. The school cannot be held responsible for any injury that comes up with being there, you know. Furthermore, we could report you for breaking the rules. Misha leans in and whispers conspiratorially. Jesus. But we won't, He-chan. You three are so cute together. She straightens up again, laughing at my sudden blush. Wah! There's a fucking wah. Wah! Fucking Wario. You're too easy to tease, He-chan. Oh, shit. I grazed the touch screen, the touch pad and the button. Shit. My bad. I'm still new here, sort of. Isn't it mean to pick on the newcomer like this? Nope. It's to help you get acclimated to your new surroundings. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I see. Well, do you have to be so overzealous about it? Yep. Haha, that aside, Hichan, we're looking for you this morning, but you weren't in your room. Of course I wasn't. I was out for my morning exercise, or here in class, bright and early. Unlike you. Shizune looks peeved, and a beat later so does Misha, or she tries to at any rate. That was because of the student council business. You should be grateful that we worked so hard for you. Oh, I am. So what did you need me for? Not another attempt to rope me in to do the dirty work, I hope. We had to give you something, but since you weren't around, we dropped it off in your room. Something? Like what? Oh, you'll find out when you get back, Ichan. Wahahaha! Muto entering the room ends our conversation, and we all head back to our seats. It's only after I've settled down at my desk and the teacher started talking about something or other that something that odd that strikes me. What did Rin mean? You two seem to. Was Emmy staring at something too? For a brief moment, I considered the possibility that Emmy was staring at me the way I was staring at her. Of course, that's ridiculous. No. Still, I can't deny that I wouldn't mind if it were true. But it's but it's best not to think of that. No need to get my hopes up. Sorry about that. Come to think of it, when did I start having hopes like that anyway? I shake my head in an attempt to clear it and focus on the lesson. After class, I make my way to my room. Really piled on the homework today. Oh, shit. Oh, you. Hi. Before I can open my door, however, I'm suddenly intercepted by Kenji, who just exploded out of his own room in a flurry of papers. Hey, we need to talk. These rooftop shenanigans, yours, man. They've gotta stop. What? You're running around on the rooftop with your limbless wonders. They're women, man. You'll get yourself killed running around like that. I don't follow. Kenji sighs and adjusts his glasses before what could be understood as an attempt at explaining himself patiently. Look, we're friends, so I'm telling you for your own good. But if I were to kill someone, I'd do it by then throwing them off the roof and making it look like an accident. And if I thought of it, you can be sure that they have thought of it too. They're crafty, almost as crafty as I am. I see. Good. I'm glad we had this chat. Look, loan me 500 yen. I'm sorry? I need to get a drink, man. I've been on site all day and the tap water's been compromised, and as I'm sure you know. So I need to stock up on something canned, got it? But if to do that, I need 500 yen. And since I've just saved your life with my timely advice, at least you can at least spare me 500 yen. You know, if I make him go away, 500 yen is a bargain. I hand the money over to Kenji, who nods and thanks and dashes off and down the hallway. But not before he locks his door. What an exhausting person. I better go if he changes his mind. In case he changes his mind. As I close the door, my heel taps against something lying on the floor. It's brightly colored rectangle of paper. Ah, this must be something Misha mentioned before. Oh, this is the letter. I keep forgetting about this. Probably a student council leaflet she slid under the door. However, when I pick it up, I find that I couldn't have been more wrong. Someone actually wrote me an old-fashioned handwritten paper letter. Who bothers doing something like that in this day and age, anyway? Yet, as unlikely as the prospect of receiving one sounds, this is definitely a letter I have in my hands. I was planning on finishing my homework, getting some dinner, and going to bed in order to be ready for tomorrow morning's run. However, the letter has naturally caught my interest. I sit at my desk to examine it properly. It's the first piece of mail I've received here at Yamaku, so it feels special, even if it wasn't something as rare as a handwritten letter. What causes me even more trepidation is the name of the sender, written nearly on the back of the envelope. Iwanako. I had no idea why she would write to me. I haven't been in contact with anyone from my old school since I transferred, and Iwanako is the last person I expect to want to write me a letter. The last time I saw Iwanako was terribly awkward, embarrassing slow. She came to my hospital room and peeled me an apple out of courtesy, and we practically sat in the silence for half an hour. She said goodbye and didn't even look me in the eye when she closed the door. It might have been a natural to end a series of visits that were probably pretty painful for both of us. Every time she visited me in the hospital, I wanted to talk to her, but something stopped me every time. Every time I didn't speak made the next time even harder. She looked so guilty that I didn't want to say anything that might upset her, and I could never figure out the right words to say. I think Iwanako blamed herself for my heart attack. That's ridiculous, of course, but knowing it and believing are two different things. I told her that it wasn't her fault. She nodded, and I really think she understood that if I hadn't been that sooner or later something else would have made my heart give out. Yet she looked so hopelessly sad every time she opened that door and entered my room. So I've never managed to say the things I wanted to say. In the end, that might have hurt her even more. Carefully, I open the envelope and draw out the folded letter from within. Dear Hisao, how are you? I hope you are well and happy at your new school. Everyone here misses you. Almost all of our second year class got put together in class 3-1 for the final year, so we are pretty comfortable right from the beginning of the year. I'm sure you would have been assigned to this class as well. The moods along the third year seems to be very anxious about the final exams, even though they are so far away. The teachers are badgering us about it all the time. Even old Mr. Tachibana, who is, by the way, our homework teacher this year. Would you believe it? I was sure that he retired after our second year, but here he is, nagging about everyone about studying for exams. I think things are like that are the main reason why the moon among the third years is so nervous. I must admit that I'm somehow losing confidence in myself as well, even though I've always fared reasonably well in exams. It's so weird to think that we have already seniors, isn't it? Time has really flown past. I wonder where it went. The new first year seems so young and somehow really innocent. I keep wondering if I was like them in my first year. I've been feeling nostalgic like this for the whole first trimester. There are other things I want to say. I'm writing to you because I felt that there are things that I should have said after the incident back in winter. I really regret that I wasn't able to say them in person, and I have no excuse for it. Yeah, I think I've had quite enough of this. I crumbled up the sheet of paper and tossed it across the room. My aim is off, so that the letter rolls under my nightstand instead of going to my wastebasket. That was an apology for abandoning me, except I don't know that I really needed it anymore at this point. The hospital seems like a lifetime ago. And here, now, I've got other things on my mind. Emmy, for starters. It wasn't great to be abandoned during my stay, but it's not something I'm worried about anymore. In fact, I hadn't even thought about the hospital in what feels like forever until this letter came in. It's almost annoying to have received it. I've got exams to study for myself. I have no time for the past. Now, about that homework. Yeah, let's not worry about the past. Let's go move on forward. Something my mom's boyfriend told me is like that's like you had a bad day. Let's say you had a bad day at work, you feel miserable, and he's like, it's tomorrow's a brand new day, you can start fresh. Don't forget about what happened yesterday at work. You know. Focus on a new day, a new start, and go on from there, And I've taken that from him, and it's helped me out at certain points. I sometimes I feel miserable, and I can't do nothing about it. Just move on and forward, man. I have like one of those conditions, like it's like it sticks to me in my head. And it's like, I want to, sometimes, but it's like it's not like what can you do? It's like it's not much you can do about it, but just like life takes its course, and you just gotta worry about the next day. Anyways, thank you for watching. We're gonna cut it here, and I'll see you guys next time on Katawa Shoujo.